Micah, your first career start, SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week. I mean, everything obviously went your way. What was it like out there Saturday? How did you feel?
I mean, it was great, especially with the crowd being there, sold out stadium. It was just electrifying. I'm already self motivated, but it definitely helps when the crowd is there. Next week we got a game against Auburn, 11 a.m. same time. We'd love for them to be there again. Great atmosphere, best atmosphere in college football to play in.
Lane was talking about how this offseason you really changed your habits. You kind of matured a little bit. Just can you talk us through how you went about doing that and what's been the big change for you this year?
Because this offseason, I'm really competitive, and, they brought in guys to sit there and play. And, I just decided that what I wasn't doing wasn't enough, and, to get better. I took some advice from guys like Caleb Warren and Broker and Jeremy James and how they got on the field early. So I started, working out, eating better, extra stuff outside of what is required of us.
When did it start to feel better? When did it start to click for you?
Around springtime, right after the fourth quarter, pushing ourselves hard, working hard all off season.
Just first start, just how would you evaluate your play? Just kind of looking back at it on film.
I mean, I felt I played well, and it helped me because the guys next to me and the other offensive linemen, we all play really well. So, we're all on the same page. The sky's the limit for us.
How'd you find out about the SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week thing? Who told you?
My guy right there, he just told me when we was coming off the field out of practice. I had no idea. I mean, I'm extremely grateful for the honor, though.
What's the reaction? I mean, what is the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear that?
I always feel like I'm the best out there, regardless. So I feel like it's nice to be notarized, especially on my first start. Sky's the limit. I'm gonna keep pushing, working every day, and the guys beside me, they help me a lot too. So we got great backs, great offensive line, great skill players. We can all put it together.
After watching the film, what are some things you still want to improve on?
Just finishing every play, being more violent, staying square in pass sets, and just a little technique. There's a lot of room for improvement.
Like Coach Kiffin talked about, good old days you got to break into that top five because a lot of times the five linemen go the entire game, but he's looking at possibly, having a rotation, more guys in the mix. So in the fourth quarter, everybody's kind of fresh. Just your thoughts on maybe that plan being something that might be in the future.
I'm cool with that, man. We got guys that can go. We got depth at the offensive line position. Coach Thornton coaches us up every week to make sure everybody knows what they got. We come in and get extra film, so I'm confident that anybody they put out there will get a job done.
Obviously, the big plays kind of stood out over the weekend, but just kind of how do you evaluate the full game, 4 quarters defensively?
We stood our ground, a couple bends, but we didn't break. I felt like that's our identity, and that's how we want to play a full game, just all 4 quarters, no matter what the situation is. You go out there, you play your best play every snap. So we didn't worry about what the other side of the ball was doing or what was going on. When we were off the field, we were paying attention to our corrections, things that we had to do when we stepped back on the field the next time. And I felt like every time we did that, we went out the next possession and got better. So,
how much confidence does a performance like that give you guys going forward?
We as a team and as a defense, we know what we can accomplish eternally, and that's what we work forward to. But just to get these type of wins and these nail biters and come out victory, because it could have went the opposite way just as easy as it went our way. So we just learned to, take the bumps and bruises and keep going. Just play every play like it's your last.
How big of a boost was it? We saw it, but for y'all on the field, getting Otis back in that second half.
Oh man, just the leadership, his vocalness. He goes out there and he talks. He runs the defense from his side. He makes sure everything gets relayed down the line and everything. So it's a big plus, and plus his physical abilities. He's just an amazing guy to have behind you when you're out there playing.
We all saw the video of Parcher's in the booth. Went viral. How was he with y'all in the locker room after once he got down there? And what was the mood like?
He was fired up. He was. I mean, it really was not too many words being said because he was kind of just yelling with excitement. But you can feel that. I mean, his energy brought us up. So I feel like he was proud of us.
You ever seen that side of him before? The side that you saw in the video?
No, not really. Not the jumping up and down and so happy because usually when he's yelling at me for something I did wrong. But just seeing him, happy like that and just jumping around and with no remorse or, don't care what's around him, what he knocks over and stuff like that. It's a good time. We want to have him have more of those feelings.
The end of that game with the 51-yard gain, and then they score a touchdown that gets called back. And I think the very next play is when Ivy made his play. Who's keeping you guys composed and not too high or too low during those sorts of situations?
I feel like it's our coaches, but in all, it's ourselves. We go out there and whenever we huddle together, we're telling each other, like, your play is up. Like, your play is the next play. And I know it's going to come. And there's players saying that to me, and I'm saying it back to them. So we just like to keep each other heads in the game. No matter what's going on outside, you just – like I said, every time once you step on the field, you got to play the next play like it's your last. You can't really, dwell on what's going on around you. So,
They believe Davison played every snap or close to it. Just 5 games in, what are you seeing out there next to him as a freshman? The way he's kind of playing week in, week out.
He's very, very mature for his age. He understands the game, and the coach that he has behind him is gearing him up to be one of the best corners that I've personally seen. He has the stature, the ability, the length, the feet work. He just got to learn how to be a vet in the game of football and learn what the offense is trying to do to attack him to where he can make more plays.
Lane was talking about how important the crowd was Saturday. From you guys' perspective on the field, what is the importance? Like, what does a full crowd do for you guys?
A full crowd it just brings our energy up to a level that can't be touched. I feel like once the crowd is in it, we're feeding off their energy, and it's hard for the opposite team to get back in the game when you have constant noise in your ear or just constant rants and yells and stuff like that. It's hard to really focus when you have that type of atmosphere around you. So the crowd is just, they pump us up, they get us going, and they take our energy to like the next level.
With TV, you guys kick off at all different kinds of times. It's 11, it's going to be 3 this week, 11 the next. Have you got a favorite time to kick off a game, and what do you do leading up to the game?
I like to wake up and play, but previously being in the MAC, I played games on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, like any time of the day. Whenever you call and make the game scheduled for that time, that's when I'm going to be ready to suit up and boot up.
Talk a little bit about Rodriguez, their back. He had just come back. Obviously it was his first game back. Don't know if he was really in game shape yet, but he ran the ball very hard, didn't he?
He was a very hard runner. He didn't really have a lot of moves on the outside or moves to shake you. So that's some of the things we had to pay attention from the first half to the second half. We saw that he was a very downhill runner, a very physical runner. So we needed to get bodies to the ball, most of all, and tackle with good technique. Sometimes it didn't show up, but most of the times it really did. Thank you.